Your Party is an initiative that comes from a combination of some independent, progressive members of Parliament and a wide range of grassroots and social movements to create a truly left-wing party in Britain. I like to describe it as a movement party rather than simply as a party, because unless this new entity, which still needs a name, is driven by our communities at a grassroots level, in other words, our local and social movements that have been getting stronger and stronger over recent years because of the state of our country, unless it is driven by the grassroots, it will not fundamentally alter the structure and functioning of British politics. So my belief is that the Your Party initiative should not just be about creating another political party. It should be about creating a unique movement party that forever changes the political landscape of Britain. I almost feel as though it's not necessary for me to explain why this is so badly needed. Britain is in crisis. We have the rise of fascism, the rise of open, naked racism. We have a corrupted, captured government led by my local MP, who is the most unpopular Prime Minister since polling began. It is a government that serves the needs of Keir Starmer's billionaire donors and their corporations. It has not and cannot serve the needs of the vast majority of people in Britain. In addition to this rise of fascism, this government, amidst a cost of living crisis that affects each and every one of us every day, is pouring tens of billions of pounds of our money into the war machine that is committing a live-screen genocide in Gaza. In 2027, the defense budget will increase by £15.4 billion. That money should not be going into the deeply corrupt British arms companies who are providing weapons to the Israeli military. It should not be going into the spy planes that Britain flies over Gaza, providing intelligence for the Israeli military. It should not go into the training of Israeli military personnel in Britain. It should be going into our schools, into our hospitals, into our communities, and into benefits. And that is why we need to break the mold of British politics. And that is why we need this new movement party. But it will not succeed unless you, as members of local communities, are prepared to ensure that your voice is heard, that your issues are taken seriously by anyone who emerges into a leadership position in this new entity. It is up to all of us at the grassroots to ensure that this new movement party is run in a transparent manner, in a democratic manner, and in a manner that is accountable to all of the membership, wherever in the country it may be. This is not an easy process. Democracy is not an easy process. But we have to put aside the personality politics that the mainstream media would have us believe is the only type of politics that is possible. And we have to create a new politics that is grassroots driven, a new politics that stands for greater equality, greater fairness, climate justice, and a Britain that plays a global role in pursuit of peace and justice for all. It seems like a tall order. And those ranged against us in the British establishment will do everything in their power to ensure we don't succeed. But I was fortunate enough to be part, a very small part, of a liberation movement against apartheid in South Africa that did succeed. It was difficult. It took us decades and decades. But we at least partially got there in the end, and we liberated a country from the worst excesses of the sort of racist apartheid that we see practiced by Israel today. And that always gives me the hope that we can build a movement party that can truly change Britain. As Nelson Mandela said, it's only impossible until it's done.